I'm enjoying Ironheart so far. The Marvel Cinematic Universe's latest series focuses on one of the franchise's new characters, who was introduced in the multiverse saga, Dominique Thorne's Riri Williams. While I liked what I saw of Riri in 2022's Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, I was not necessarily cheering for an Ironheart series to be made. But after the show's first batch of episodes, I feel confident that Marvel truly found a story worth telling, and it showcases just how exciting Riri can be. With Robert Downey Jr. now back in the MCU, albeit as Dr. Doom instead of Iron Man, the next few years should be big on Tony Stark influences. While the actor is not in the show, at least in the first 3 episodes that have been released, Iron Man's presence can be felt throughout. Riri might not be directly connected to Stark like in the comics, but they are through their work. In a lot of ways, she is just like him, and I love how Ironheart makes Riri Williams Iron Man's fitting MCU replacement. Ironheart Episode 1 might not be the show's best, but it is a solid introduction to the series, with a deeper dive into Riri Williams' world. From the start, there are already many connections and references to the larger MCU, which I appreciate, and we see that Riri is on a mission to continue Mr. Stark's legacy and revolutionize safety. I love how there is a push and pull as to how successful she is at being a good steward of Iron Man's legacy or not, which continues throughout the first 3 episodes. Being expelled from MIT leads Riri back home to Chicago, and we discover her supporting cast and more details about her tragic past. The main event is her connection to Anthony Ramos' villain, Parker Robbins, aka The Hood. The character does not seem so villainous in his debut, even though he traps Riri in an elevator in what feels like something straight out of a Saw movie. Parker is charismatic, and he convinces her to work for him in exchange for money for her suits, which will, of course, inevitably backfire. The world of superheroes is often black and white, and while I love some of the characters who operate in that dynamic, I'm also quite interested in morally gray characters. Riri Williams must find her path to being a hero, and before she can do that, she'll descend into the criminal world. It is honestly not what I would have expected for Iron Man's MCU replacement, but it is an exciting story setup. In the first 3 episodes, the CGI on the Ironheart suit is fantastic, and the final reveal of AI Natalie, a version of Riri's dead sister, changes the show. I've been a fan of Alden Ehrenreich for quite some time, so seeing him make his MCU debut was a treat. Ironheart Episode 2 sees the actor give life to Joe McGillicuddy, a seemingly average Joe, pun intended, who hides quite the genius-level intellect. I loved how much chemistry Joe and Riri displayed in this episode, becoming fast friends even though their dynamic started with her blackmailing him for parts to put her Ironheart armor back together. Despite his black market connections, Joe wants to help people with tech instead of focusing on weaponry. I like how the character adds a nice counterpoint to Riri. Ironheart is doing whatever it takes to get the money she needs to build the best suit of armor she can, and that includes shady jobs with the Hood, while Joe notes just how dangerous tech can be and how some things are just not right. Besides their dynamic, Episode 2 shows just how exciting Natalie's expanded role is, with the AI slowly befriending Riri and learning more about the real Natalie. That relationship very much starts to feel like the heart of the series. Ironheart Episode 3 is the big one out of the first half of the season. One of the episode's major moments is the reveal of Joe's secret identity. I already had my suspicions back in Episode 2 when he talked about his dad and how he felt close to him when he was connected to technology. Those suspicions were confirmed when it was revealed that Joe is not the real name of Ehrenreich's character, who is actually Zeke Stane, son of Obadiah Stane, the MCU's first villain, who fought Tony Stark in 2008's Iron Man. Despite his dad's past, Zeke is nothing like him, which makes him even more interesting. Episode 3 features the biggest heist the Hood's crew has gone on so far. I felt Riri was right to try and get a piece of the Hood to understand Parker's powers, as she could always end up dead like Stewart/Rampage, and Ramos' character had given her plenty of reason to fear him. That said, she should have been more careful. Joe made it perfectly clear to her that if he was going to help her, it could not be traced back to him. Well, Riri left his biomesh behind, which means Joe's life could change for the worse soon, and I'm afraid of what that could mean. That said, the episode's most shocking moment is when Riri lets John, the Hood's cousin, suffocate to death at Heirloom, so he does not alert Parker that she turned on them. It is quite a choice and not something a hero would typically do. It'll probably backfire, as the Hood's lord, whoever that might be, shows him the shadow of Ironheart's suit in connection to John's death. Things are about to heat up. Ironheart's first 3 episodes are now streaming on Disney+, with the final 3 episodes releasing on Tuesday, July 1st at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.